This is our Viking right here. So we had some rot right up there in the front. Right up there. That whole front was rotted. I think we might have already showed you that. Now this is a ceiling piece right here. This would be the front as you're looking at it. We took all these out. And then this was all the decking. So we took all that out of there. Now we're going to go up here, and the ceiling panel's rotted as well. So this is where it all came out of right here. Can you see how bad that ceiling panel is right there? So we're going to replace this. It's a lot easier to take it from here out than it is to try to pull it from underneath. There's a lot of cabinets and stuff. Maybe you'll see a cabinet in there. There it is right there. That's your cabinetry right there. So that's what we're going to get out of there. And then we got a new panel we're going to put in. And it'll go. Then we're probably not going to put that piece back in right there. We'll probably just make a new one. I don't want to put any rot back in there. So that's what we're up to right now. This is the rest of the roof. Looks pretty good. It's just this piece. All they used was just thin little layer of looks like 1/8 inch on here. That's real thin. And then they're back at using that heavy duty drywall tape for the edges. Then on the edge here, this is, there's the wall, the siding, your roof. And just to protect all this sharpness right here from the wall and the siding and everything, they used just regular old-fashioned duct tape. That's all they do. This is why these things leak like this. They don't take the time to do them right. You see some more of that tape right in here. So obviously we'll put strips down. The customer didn't really want to put another layer on here. He figured just as long as he can walk on it, and he's not a big guy, he said just put it back the way it was, and we may end up doing that. So, but anyhow, that's where we're at now. We're trying to get this panel out, so we'll keep you posted. This is our little Viking. So this is the piece right here. This is a ceiling piece. I think we showed you the roof assembly piece. This is where it came out of right here. So we pulled that out, and this was all rotted. I think we showed that on another clip. But this panel is coming out now too. This ceiling panel is ruined. And there's the cabinet right up underneath there. Okay. So that's what we're doing, is just trying to get this all out. It's all rotted. We're going to reframe that right there and put a new one in. It's got some rot on it, so I don't want to put it back. So this is what we got so far. And again, we'll take this panel out. It's a lot easier to take it out from the top than it is from the bottom. So then on the side here, we're just looking at the way they put this together. They've got just that thin layer of plywood, just 1/8 inch on there. And I don't know if we're going to redeck it. The owner wasn't really so worried about it. He said if he can walk on it, then he'd be happy with it. You can walk on it. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's there. Some of the other things the RV industry does to you is right here on the edge, to protect this edge. This is the siding, and this is obviously the roof deck. To protect this little sharpness here, what they do is they just put good old-fashioned duct tape on it. That's it. That's just duct tape. And then to protect the joints right here, what they do is use, that's just drywall mesh. That's all it is. You can see it over here as well. There's all that duct tape, and then you got more drywall mesh right up through there. So we're going to put these pieces back together, and then get that new panel in there and start getting the roof reassembled. So that's what we're working on right now. And we got to cut these little pieces out right here to access this panel. This panel sits on the wall. Right up underneath here is the wall frame. So we got to access that as well, meaning get this out so we can pull it out. And then that'll pop through right there, and we can just put a new panel on there. So again, that's what we're working on, and more to come with RV roof install. These are some of the things that we do here. A lot of rebuilds. We've got another one over the other bay that we're working on. That one there is a fifth wheel. But we're doing the same thing. We're rebuilding the whole front wall, so you can look for that one. It's Star Wood or Star Craft or something. Star something. Look for Star something. We'll be back with more. All right, this is our Viking. We got this ceiling panel in. That's the one we took out. We just got those little braces in there. I'll hold it up. That's the one we took out. We'll put that trim back in the center there. That'll trim it out. I don't know if it's an exact perfect match. Sometimes it's hard to get the exact ones for it. But it'll look cleaner and closer than what it was, all rotted. So we get them. And then up at the top, climb these stairs. Okay, so over the top we put in some new framing. Got anything that was rotted, we got rid of it. Some was just a little wet, we dried out, which wasn't a problem. And then now what we're doing is going to put the insulation in. That's it. Put a decking over it and start roofing it. That's about us. We're about ready to rock and roll with this thing. Alright, on this little Viking, we got all the framing done. Now what we're doing is putting the adhesive down. And we're going to put the sheet down. We've got it all insulated. So we're ready to rock and roll with it. Okay. We are going to go up here and get a video on the completion of our little Viking.